What's up? What's up, everybody? Everything Browns Nation. Running a minute late. Technology going against me, but that's not what this is about. Let me know where you're at and where you're from this morning, evening, after, what? Evening? Did I say evening? This morning, let me know where you're at, where you're watching from, what device are you watching on, and how pumped up are you today? From 1 to 10, how pumped up are you? Because I'm going to need you guys today. I'm not 100%, but I'm here. I was on the injury report, but they erased me. They said, you are not part of the team. Who are you? And they deleted me immediately. So I'm going to need your help today, like you always are there, but I'm going to need you today for sure. So hop in those comments, help me out. It's going to be a long day, but I'm here for the ride. So let me know where you're at, where you're from. Let's get it popping. Over on YouTube, I didn't turn my phone down. I am a scrub already. I told you it's going to be a long day. Clyde said, what's going on? Ghost says, yo, first, let's go. How do you feel about today? I'm nervous. Askar says, Cleveland. Ghost is on the iPhone 11. I'm so pumped. A 10. Renee says, 1-0. What's up, says Calvin. Mike says, drink my dumpster juice. So I'm on 9,000 right now. Askar says, my guy, give me a shout out. What up, Askar? How are you doing? Over on Facebook, Shane says, on my phone, I'm super pumped. What's up, my guy? Chris says, Tucson, Arizona. George says, greetings from Youngstown. Shane said, what's up, my dog? Let me get a dog check. What's up, Corey, says Aaron.
Dog check!
There's your dog check. Let's go. You know the drill. If you haven't already, subscribe on YouTube, like, share, all that great stuff. Patreon, all that good stuff. I'm all right, Haskell, not 100%, but we're good to go. And if you're on Facebook, share it to your favorite groups in Facebook. Get the fans in here. Let's go. John says, I'm at the end. We're going to beat the Steelers. LA, what's up, LA, my guy? How are you doing? Calvin says he's a little nervous, but the Bark side will prevail. And Brandy said we should operate out of 12 personnel today. Max, protect Baker, and involve Hunt in the passing game. And we all know, like she says, Miles needs to get after Big Ben. Let's talk about the Browns. Hey, listen, we're 4-1. We beat the Colts last week. I picked us to beat the Colts, so my friend Hefty is nowhere to be found. He is not here today. He's taking a nap. He is asleep. I don't know where he's at. I picked us to win, and we won. That's 4 straight after getting beat down by Baltimore. 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Bilingual. Here we are. 32-23. How do you feel about the Colts win? Were you satisfied? Were you excited? Were you How do you feel? Let me know. Calvin says, as usual, Big Ben will get touched a few times. What up, John? We got this, my guy. Kobe says, what up, Browns Nation? Baker Mayfield will have the best game ever, says Courtney. Hey, all right. Let's go. Steelers, we live. LA says, oh, I miss Hefty already. He's not here today because I got my pick right. Thank you. Yes. I was happy with the win against the Colts. There were some good things and some bad things. We'll get into that a little bit later. But overall, I like the win. Hey, as much as I complain about this team, I have to give props when props are due. And we won. I could pick apart all the negatives, but I'm going to start with the positives. We came out looking good. The offense looked good, at least in the first half. Listen, the defense, once again, once you pick apart how they are trash and they stink, what's going on, they actually showed up If you really break it down, they've actually been good the past couple of weeks, minus the Dallas game at the end, at the fourth quarter when they almost melted down. They've actually did a good job. Now, when I'm watching the watch party, I go nuts on our defense. I lose my mind, but we're missing everybody. We're missing a whole bunch of people on defense. We have to take that into consideration. But our defense, once again, has stepped up. Our offense in the beginning came out. Baker play action. Landry, Odell Beckham catching it on his arm, his shoulders. Landry catching it off people's collarbones. What? That's right, collarbones. They're doing their job. Calvin's, what did I miss from Calvin? My wife from a nap, she almost divorced me. Robert says, I think 23's weakness will be a glaring this week. Barb says, good morning, Corey from Florida. I've taken my blood pressure medicine, so I'm ready. Let's go, Brownies. Here we go. Claypool versus number 23. Yikes, dog. Yikes. Yes, Brandy. I'm scared. Number 23 is like the kid that nobody wants on their team. You have to pick him to make the size even. Calvin says they're supposed to be number one defense, so yeah, good win against the Colts. Hello, Corey, says Steve. Go Browns. Shoot the trill. Baker can't loft up interceptions today. I agree. Ivan says Tampa, Florida, TV, and McStatic will be tough, but will win. Over on YouTube and on Facebook, Elliot says our run defense is really good and we get turnovers. Yes, sir. Mixed emotions, he said, about Colts because we can still get much better, which is a good thing. Jorge says, once again, we let the gas in the second half. Why? We can't do that today. Full throttle all 4 quarters. I agree. Aaron says, dumpster juice sometimes. LOL. Chris says, 31-20 Browns. I agree with everything with you guys said. Everything. Let's talk about that defense. In the second half, our offense, they left like Hefty did. Hefty's gone. Our offense went bye-bye. Our offense didn't do anything at all. Our defense got a pick 6 that got us to 27. Our offense had 20 points in the first half. Defense got a pick 6. Then the offense got a field goal. Then the special teams got a safety. Our offense did absolutely nothing in the second half. Our defense saved our bacon, and then 7 other points was on a kick return. The defense was behind the 8 ball in the second half. They held the Colts in check rushing. I believe they had 68 yards rushing, if I'm right, or maybe 86 if I'm dyslexic. I don't know. But I believe it was 68 yards rushing they held the Colts to. Yes, Phillip Rivers, I believe, threw for 300-something yards, but some of those were empty calorie yards. The main thing was he had 2 interceptions, 1 for a pick 6, and number 23 was back there just running around, chasing gnats and chasing flies, but he wasn't stopping anything but making bad plays and bad decisions. Now, I hate talking about players. I really do, because they're better than me. I couldn't do anything. That's why I'm not playing football. But I have to call it how I see it, and especially when they're on my team. Shoot the trail, said greedy for mangina. Brady said if Baker takes what the defense gives him, it should be a good game. All these rushers leave a void on the field. Talking about Pittsburgh, take advantage of by not holding the ball like a baby. Let's go Brown, says Silas. Barb says Corey, I think they're talking about Miles as a distraction. We need to protect Baker today. Corey, what defense? Shoot the Trill says, does Greedy still play? Greedy who? Greedy is back, right? No, Calvin, Greedy is not back. Greedy is on IR. He is not playing. The defense has stepped up. Hey, people say what defense? That the defense has been better since the fourth quarter of the Cowboys games. Now, I lose my mind when I do my watch parties, when I see big gashes and big yards being gamed. If you haven't already, come join the watch party at 1 o'clock. Like I said, I'm not 100%, but I'm still going to give everything that I have like I'm out there on the field. But come on at 1 o'clock on YouTube. There'll be the watch party. I cannot show the game. I know I'm going to say that about 100 times, but that's not what this is about. We will react. We will have fun. I lose my mind at our defense, and we're going to need them today. We have more injuries than I can think of. and we will get to those a little bit later. But come on out. Come and watch. But I can't say we don't have a defense because we're missing people. We're not at 100%. They do get on my nerves, but they get turnovers. Myles Garrett in that defensive line pressures the quarterback. So I can't say we don't have a defense. Would I like it to be better? Sure. Would I like it to be 32-0? Of course. But that's not being realistic. So I can't say we don't have a defense. They saved our bacon in the second half because our offense was pathetic. It was putrid. It was absolutely terrible in the second half. But that Colts defense was no slouch either. So I have to take that into consideration. Let me get back to Facebook here. OBJ is playing. Yes. Save on my guy. What is up? Okay, somebody answered that. Kobe says, let's win in Pittsburgh. I agree. We gave up the kick return in offense, then threw a pick. Defense stepped up, and it was awesome, says Eric. I like seeing the defense step up when the offense is down and vice versa. Big Baller says, let's go Browns. Calvin says, oh, okay, I couldn't remember if he was back. He is, no problem. Robert says, I think Baker takes a few plays off today because of his injury. Barb says, we haven't been 4-1 since 94. That's an accomplishment. Shoot the Trill. Our secondary is going to be tested today. They got a proficiency test. My guy. Do all the injuries go to the strength and conditioning coach? Thoughts? That's a very good question. Let me guys, what do you think in the chat of that question? Is it on our conditioning coach or are some of our guys just a little ouchy? Baker's fourth quarter stats are trash as Shoot the Trill. Big Baller Brand, who do you think is the greatest player ever? I think it's Nathan Peterman. Myles Garrett's going to kill Roethlisberger. Big Ben will get touched, and we will pass this test. Over on Facebook, we're going to the war today. Go Browns. Get on Corey 100%. And I don't think I've missed anything. Chris says Big Ben is getting pressure today. His age and scheme will get exposed today. If we don't put up over 30 points, we're going to lose, says Steven. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Jorge says Big Ben has our number. I honestly don't think this is a W for us today, but 4-2 is way better than what we expected. Bo Mo, Browns fan from Quebec, Canada, right here. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Over on Facebook. Okay. So let's get into it. I love the Colts win. It was beautiful. It was nice. We're 4-1. I can't ask for much else right now. I can complain all I want. I complain a lot, but hey, it is what it is. But let's get into the meat and potatoes in the argument of this team. It will be the argument over time, probably till I go into my grave. Not really, because he won't play that long, but you get the point. I think we're going to talk about him every show. It's just not going to happen. Baker Mayfield. Now, this injury is going to be big today, I believe. When he was injured, I believe in the third quarter against the Colts. If I got the quarter wrong, let me know. It was either third or fourth quarter. He injured his ribs, and he says, Mama ain't raised no wuss. I'm going to play. Hey, I like the toughness, but I think this is going to be a key thing to look at today. Injured against the Colts, and we can say maybe the injury is why he played bad the rest of the game, whatever the case may be. But I think it was Shoot the Trill who said Baker Mayfield stinks in the fourth quarter. Well, I'm not a numbers guy, really. But I seen this out there in the Twitter sphere. I think it was Jake Trotter who posted this. Baker Mayfield's QBR in the fourth quarter is 7.4. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 7.4. Say it again with me. 7.4. That has to be worse in the NFL. If it's not, I want to know whose is worse. That cannot get it done. 7.4 is his QBR in the fourth quarter. Lou on Facebook says, let's go. What's up, Lou? How are you doing? Where are you from? If you're just now coming into the chat. Steve says, how much alcohol do you have in that drink, Corey? I got nothing. This is water, clear water. I'm not 100% today, but hey, was on the injury report. They deleted me. Clyde says 7.4. Yikes. Chad said, yes, being injured will be Baker's problem. Baker has happy feet when not hurt. His feet and imagination will be in overdrive today. Vodka is clear as well. It is, but it's not vodka, because if I had vodka, I would not be on the camera today. But that's a problem. And he's injured. That is a problem. But let's break down his second half struggles against the Colts. I don't know the exact numbers, but at one point he was 2 for 8, 19 yards, 2 interceptions, and he was 0 for 5 in the fourth quarter. That's not going to get it done today. That's not going to get it done today. 7.4. I want you guys to get that in your brain, because that may be a key today against Pittsburgh. 7.4. You can't keep winning games like that. Now, I defend Baker on the watch parties if you've been there, because once Baker does something bad, half of my watch party is ready for a new QB. It's over. It's the end of life as it is. Get rid of him. It's time for a new QB, a new franchise leader. He throws an interception, it's done. He throws a touchdown, they cheer, but they are waiting for that mistake. That is half the people in the watch party. If you have watched it, it is actually hilarious, because I'm waiting for it. When he throws that pick, they come back out, get rid of him immediately. But I cannot defend this. This is putrid. You cannot struggle like this. 0 for 5 in the fourth quarter, 2 interceptions, 2 for 8 for 19 yards at one point in the second half. That is unexcusable. Not good at all. Shane says Case will be taking some snaps today. I see it happening. That's over on Facebook. Jim Paul, let's go, champion Ohio. Shout out to you. Thank you, my guy. As my iPad locks. Thank you, my guy. Shout out to you. If you're new, share the stream. If you're on Facebook, like it. Leave the emoji of how you're feeling. And if you're on Facebook, give it a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. I would appreciate it. Steve says, sounds like an average Sunday for Browns fans. Calvin says, I have faith in Baker will tough it out and surprise us. We about to smack around Big Ben. Chad says, Case Keenum thrive in this system with Kevin Stefanski as his QB coach. Browns backer says, we cannot turn the ball over. It's a must win with the field advantage battle. Memopolis says, it's Big Ben gets hurt. They're going to bring out Rudolph, and Garrett is going to kill him. Eric says, that was almost against a number 1 rated Colts secondary. Yes, it was. There's somebody that says, hold up, I got Baker's back. Keenum is a good backup, says Calvin. Brandon says the coaching staff takes the ball out of Baker's hands when the game is on the line. That's a good point. For example, the Browns ran 3 times in a row last week. Steven says the game hasn't started yet. Are we losing yet? And Jack says, don't forget about his will to win. He finds a way. And Eric says he's feeling dangerous.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
All good points made there. That's why I like you guys. That's why I love you guys, bringing the knowledge and energy into the chat. Jim says rotation of QBs just like our RBs. Hey, Jorge says mama ain't raised no wuss. I do like the points you guys made there. See, very astute points. I just don't like it. Listen, he's going to make mistakes. I feel it. I hope I'm wrong. Don't burn the stadium down. That's all. I just don't burn the stadium down. I'm going to lose my mind too. It's going to happen. He's injured. And I got a feeling Pittsburgh is going to bring the house, the kitchen sink, the backyard, the deck. Every pet they have, they're going to send at Baker today. They're going to bring it. They're probably going to try to make him stay in the pocket. Because when Baker rolls out, he is a monster. That's when he's at his best. But like my guy said in the chat, I forget who it was. But boy, when he's in that pocket getting them happy feet, East tap dancing, that's when he gets himself in a world of trouble. But let's not panic. Let's calm down. Let's not just send him and ship him off just yet. This is his 18th offense, his 22nd coach, his 34th coordinating QB mentor. I know I'm exaggerating, but my point is, let's not ship him off once he makes a mistake if he does today. I hope he doesn't. I'm just saying. Boy, you woke up feeling dangerous. Well, you in the danger. You don't win. Should the Browns try to run the ball if they struggle or become dependent on the pass? I say stick with the game plan, Brandy. That's my point. If your game plan is run, keep running. Throw some screen passes. That might work too because they're going to blitz. They are going to blitz today. Have you heard of a screen? That's all I'm saying. Corey, we're tired of being disappointed. I'm tired too, Barb. I am tired too. 0-16, 1-15. I've been through it all. I'm tired too. What's up, bro? How you doing, Robert? Myron, how you doing? Hey, Corey, go Browns. They got this. Jack says, run the ball, pound it all day, open up the passing game for Baker. He is a beast when they play action. I'll tell you that. Noah says, the entire team wants revenge. They can claim they don't all they want, but they're looking to kick some butt today. They can pull it off. Aaron says, O-line needs to block very good. Not having Wyatt Teller is going to hurt. But they always say next man up. So that's what it's going to have to be. I want to thank everybody who is watching. If you're new, thank you for the Everything Browns Nation show. Like, subscribe, share, favorite, all that great stuff. And if you haven't already, 1 o'clock we will have a watch party. Cleveland versus Pittsburgh. You got to come through strong, because I'm sure eventually some Pittsburgh fans will come in there and some Ravens fans and all that. It always happens. So come in strong, represent. I will just be reacting, and I probably will say this 10 more times. I cannot show the game. So hopefully you have a way to watch the game and you can react with us. Have some fun. It will be greatly appreciated. Let's go. Chris says, no disappointments today. We moving forward with this winning culture. Shout out to you. Roll up a blunt for this one, says Robert. Stick with the run game, says Chad. Y'all ready, fans? It's going to be a hell of a game, says Robert. Eric says, we have been through it. Come on, man. We can beat the Steelers today. We're playing good football. Browns backers of Richmond, Virginia. Shout out to you. Come on.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
That wasn't the one I was looking for, but that works too.
Dog check.
Yes. Let's go. Now, question for you guys. What worries you most about this team? What worries you the most? Now, it could be a litany of things. A litany. Now, it's kind of ironic that I have number 23 in that picture. I don't know if I did that subconsciously. I don't know if I did that on purpose. But, hey, it is what it is. But what worries you the most about this team as it is currently? Like, after you watch the game, or you watch the highlights or the replays, or however you do it, and it's a Wednesday and you're sitting here and you're thinking about the upcoming game, what worries you the most about this football team? Is it the quarterback? Is it the defense? Is it the coaching staff? Which I don't think it should be, but that's not what the point is. What worries you the most? Let me know in the comments. What has you up at night, even though we're at 4-1? We could be 5-0. We could be better. We can do this. What worries you the most? Second half playing prevent. Johnson is good in the passing game. He has good hands, says Chad. Baker throws interceptions today, worries me. Cheryl says defense, defense, defense. Consistency worries me. Barb says interceptions. Camden says 23. My guy, Valhalla Sports Talk, do your thing. EBN, do your thing. Have a great day, Browns Nation. Shout out to you. Good luck to your Vikings, my guy. Good luck to your Vikings. Thank you for the love. Tony says defense. Barb says the inconsistency. Camden says when does game start? Big Baller says everything. John says I woke up feeling dangerous. Mayfield. Yes, but that was not what I was looking for.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
You get both of them. Chad says Baker, Baker, Baker. Brandy says the biggest worry for me is the scheme versus the players on defense. I feel the Browns are not taking advantage of speed. Addie says, shout out to my guy, Addie. How are you doing today, my good friend? I will buy a Sadejo jersey if he gets 2 picks. I'm going to hold you to that now. I don't think it will happen either. You are safe, but I'm going to hold you to that. The secondary worries me, says Daniel. Our offensive play calling says Javante. Daniel said, LOL, John. Hey, man. Sometimes I just hit the wrong button, my guy. And Daniel says we're starting all second string in the secondary. They can't deliver the knockout blow, making me sweat. Dog check, says Eric.
Dog check.
Over on Facebook, let's see. Staying healthy, says Winner. Injuries, we need to get healthy. The first one where I was going, I see it from my guy, LA. The first one where I was going. Injuries. That's what worries me. Injuries. Shane says definitely, and Gannon has it too. Injuries. Winner has staying healthy. So Facebook is on the injury part. Injuries in the backfield. I think somebody said it on YouTube too. Our fourth quarter offense. Man, I'm nervous today, says Drew. How you doing, Drew? Is 23 starting today? I don't think he's starting. I think Red Wine is starting, but don't quote me on that. But I don't think he is starting. But don't quote me. Do not quote me, because I have been wrong 1,000 times in life. Don't quote me. But I think Red Wine is starting. Yes, he is. Red Wine is starting at safety. I had to go. Look. My guy LA hooked me up. He is the man. Red Wine is starting at safety. Now, does that mean 23 is out? I hope so. But Red Wine is starting at safety, but that may be for Joseph, so don't get me started. I don't. 23 is going to be on the field. That's all that matters. 23 is on the field. Okay? So, like I said, I don't like disrespecting players because they're better than me. So, anybody that comes in new and watches this, man, you were always bashing people. No, that's not what I like to do. I don't like to bash people unless the only time I like to bash somebody is if they have physically cost me money in fantasy. If you have cost me money in fantasy, you are fair game. I will bash you into the end of earth. But other than that, I don't like to, but I have to call it how I see it. 23. Get it together. But back to what worries me is the injuries. The injuries to this team worries me to death because we have not been to full potential yet. We have not played a game where we have had all of our guys. I don't care if they're out there questionable, but they're playing. We have not had a game where everybody is playing, where we sit there on our couch or our computer chair or your bed or wherever, or you're out at Roosters or wherever you're at, where you're sitting there and you're like, yes, woohoo, here we go, Chubb, Hunt, everybody's out there healthy, our safeties, our linebackers, no, we haven't had a game like that, and that worries me because are we ever going to have a game like that? Greedy is out somewhere hurt. He's gone. We already know Delpit. We never even got to see him play. Okay? Now Wyatt Teller's gone. How long is he at? Nobody knows. Now Carl Joseph, out. Harrison Jr., out. Concussion, gone. That's what worries me, because you keep having this makeshift, put people here, put people there. Joe Woods got the draw on the chalkboard. Now let's do this, the iPad. You know what I mean? Players are out, injured. You got to do this. Now Hubbard's in. I don't like it. I hate it. I know it's part of the game, but that's what worries me the most. Now, there's a lot of things I also could pick apart, but that's what worries me the most. And we're still winning because of that. Corey, nothing personal, strictly business. LOL. I must have missed something. We're starting all second string secondary. They can't deliver the knockout blow, making me sweat. I seen that. Injuries, cool. I seen. Okay, Kobe. Our special teams. That's a nice one. When does the game start? 1 o'clock. Camden Calvin says, what also worries me is with all this talent, we should be dominant, and the freaking injuries. Okay. Cody says they need to not assume they won a Super Bowl if they win today and come out flat against the Bungles. Good point. Red wine is starting. Yes, red wine is starting. Good looking. Brandy says predictability is an issue for the Browns offense. I got it out. Yes. Big baller Brandon says wish Nick Chubb wasn't injured. Camden sniffles Nick Chubb. Oh, man, that hurts, man. It does hurt. I miss Nick Chubb. John said, just no interceptions. I believe we'll be fine. Trust the progress. Calvin says, next time you need to be more incognito. You can't be getting deleted from the reports. Hey, man. No love there. They don't love me, man. Corey, nothing personal, strictly business. I live in Vegas. They're showing the Pats and Broncos. I feel for you, man. You can watch Cam, though, but you can react with us as you're watching Cam or find somewhere to stream the game. Addy says our secondary needs to step up big this game. Yes, they do. Brandon says Steelers pass rush might create a few penalties for the Browns offensive line. You are correct. It's the Browns' time to dominate this season. We've been through enough. That's positive, says Eric. Miles, 2 sacks. Money Mitch, 1 interception. Dog check.
Dog check!
How you doing, Corey? Says Savon. I'm hanging in there, my guy. Thank you. How are you? Brandon says if Keenum plays, RPO might work. Taz says if it's Brown. Richard says go Steelers. Oops, wrong channel. That was a good one. Cody says, oh, you're better than Romo on commentary anyways. Laugh for 3 hours. Appreciate it, man. I wouldn't go that far. Romo, listen, he makes more money sleeping than I have in a lifetime. But I appreciate the love, my guy. Calvin says, miss Chubb, but we still got a dog in Hunt. So there's a lot of different worries over there. I like it. I like what everybody's saying. Drew says, man, I want Chubb back. I think we all do. I think Red One is starting over Sadejo when Joseph gets healthy. Thank you, LA. Thank you. Come on, Joseph. Come on. Get healthy, my guy. Get healthy. Whatever body part you need. I don't know if all mine are great, but I can donate it to you. That's not what this is about. But injuries worry me the most on this team. We can't get healthy. The defense can't show us full potential. And I was talking to my guy, producer G, guys who are like, who has been here for a while know who producer G is. He's a Cowboy fan. He hooks me up with the production, how it looks and stuff. That's my guy. And I was talking about, man, we ain't got Nick Chubb no more. I mean, Kareem Hunt's great. I love Kareem Hunt. But then when Kareem Hunt goes down, when Kareem Hunt is out, then that's when the problem goes. And then he said something that makes me know how spoiled I have gotten. He said, yeah, but what team has 2 all-pro running backs? Then I said, that's a very good point. I have gotten spoiled because we have 2 all-pro running backs, and I am complaining because now I only have 1. That's how spoiled I have gotten because we have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and when Kareem Hunt goes out, now I don't have Nick Chubb to run the football. That's how spoiled I've gotten. Hey, call me spoiled, and I am. I want him back, and that is a good problem to have when you have 2 all-pro running backs. The best backfield in the NFL. Yes, I said it. Sniffles. Come back, Kareem. What? Nick Chubb. Calvin said, I've always said, wish we could go to the store and buy body parts. Myles Garrett gets 3 sacks, says shoot the trill. Brandy says the Browns slide protection will be challenged today. Got to keep that pocket clean. It will be challenged. It will be challenged this will be their toughest challenge to date. Book it, stamp it, notarize it, put it in the mail with an extra stamp. What? I don't know what that meant, but it will be. Barb says, I second that nomination. This commentary on the Browns is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try my best. Green Mirror says, I was saying that last year to my pals, we have huge running potential. 2 good QBs, too. Okay, Jesse, 2 good QBs. Some people would say 1, and they don't like the starting quarterback, but we'll leave that alone. Calvin says, man, when Chubb went out, Kareem had some help, then backups showed up. That was against Dallas. I'm not saying he doesn't have help. I was just saying how spoiled I've gotten with 2 all-pro running backs. I was just making that point. Limited Sandy Johnson ran very good against Dallas, though. He isn't Hunt or Chubb. We have a third good back. Who's ready to see the Browns win, says Savon. I feel like Baker could be so much better, but he is too worried about making commercials with Geico. First of all, it's Progressive, my guy. Get the insurance company down. It's Progressive. Let's go. We will get into my predictions, Brandon. We're going to get there, but let's talk about Pittsburgh and Cleveland, all right? We got about 20-something minutes left. Let's talk about them. Baker and Progressive. Hey, man, don't be hating on Progressive. Get your predictions about this game in the comments section. Who you think going to win and why? Let's go. Get in. We got about 20 minutes left. We could talk about this game. Did I miss anything on Facebook? Need to pick up some more DB, says Aaron. I don't think that's all I left. Appreciate everybody who's hanging out, staying in the comment section on both platforms. If I miss your comment, I will try to get back to it. But let's talk about today's game. Pittsburgh Steelers versus our beloved Cleveland Browns. 1 o'clock, Channel 10. Channel 10's A-Team will be on the game. Now, I will not be hurt if you would rather listen to Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. I get it. They are the prime time. They gave Tony Romo a blank check and said, here, whatever you want, you got it. So I understand. But if you still want to chill with me, I appreciate it come 1 o'clock. But let's get into this game. The Pittsburgh Steelers entered the game undefeated. They haven't lost. They haven't sniffed the L. They don't know what an L feels like. It's not put directly into their file. They are a scary opponent that we have to go against. Let's keep it real. But this is a bigger test for the Steelers and the Browns. Go Browns. Love the work you do. Keep it up. Thank you, Swift. Robert says Cowher just picked Stefanski as coach of the Cowher just picked Stefanski as coach of the year. Okay. Derek says 27-24 Browns. Kobe says 35-28 Browns. Luck says 27-14 Browns. Hulu 2 says Camden. Hulu. We don't like taxes or insurance anyhow. Mike says forget Tony. He could win a playoff. That boy stick to the Corona commercials, man. Browns got to get down. Baker playing banged up. Also, Romo's a Steelers hater. Ghost loves you, says 31-24 Browns. Let's break down this game as only we can on Browns Nation. Everything Browns Nation. So it's going to be a little bit slanted. Steelers are undefeated. Can't take nothing away from them. 4-0. Big Ben's looking good. Like his elbow injury has never hurt. He got a fresh new elbow. He went to the body part store. He said, let me get an elbow here. Let me get some new knees. Let me get an ACL. I'm good to go. Big Ben looking like Big Ben. I have some work to do, but go Browns. Good luck with the stream. Thank you, Lux. Thank you for coming by. Could it be a tie? No, Big Baller. There will be no ties today. None. 1 win, 1 L, no ties. Brandy says low scoring game today. Defense. Barb says, well, to Freddie's credit, if you don't wear brown and orange, you don't matter. Hey, that's one thing we will take from Freddie Kitchens. You don't wear orange and brown, you don't matter, and we stick with it. But the Steelers' first 4 opponents. Now, this is no shade. This is just facts. Facts. This is numbers and facts. I am not hating. A Pittsburgh fan can say, you are hating. This is a Brown station. You are trash. Fine. Whatever. But this is a fact. Their first 4 opponents' record is a combined 3-15-1. Giants, Broncos, Texans, Eagles. Very interesting schedule there. Now, hey, going into the year, we thought the Texans would be better. Going into the year, we thought the Eagles would be better. We all know the Giants were going to stink, and we all know the Broncos most likely was going to stink. So it's not their fault. The Texans and the Eagles are not good as advertised at the beginning of the year. But you play who you play. Corey, see, Big Ben bought an elbow. Yeah, I see. It's not their fault. You play who you play, but that's just the facts. 3-15-1. So they really haven't had a test. The Browns have played the Ravens, got stomped 38-6. Bengals, they're terrible. Washington, they're terrible. Dallas, one of the best offense explosively teams in the NFL. The defense, on the other hand, terrible. The Colts, one of the best defenses in the NFL. So the Browns have been more tested, I would say myself. If you disagree, then you just disagree and we go the other way. Run the ball, says Anthony. Barb says absolutely. Corey's only smart words that cross the man's lips. Silas says B. Lewis. Becky says, do you think Hunt and Johnson can make up for Chubb? I think Hunt can be Hunt, but I don't think anybody else can make up for Chubb and the Browns' backfield. That's just my opinion. Nothing can make up for Chubb, but that's my opinion. Robert says Browns 27, Steelers 21. Ron says number 23 needs to step up. No more mistakes. Ron, if you're new, I don't say his name in this stream. I call him number 23, but I'm glad you respect him enough to say his name. Shout out to you, Ron, and thank you for watching. Gannon says it's only going to be won by a field goal or safety, 31-28. Ellis, I need to consult with Hefty for my prediction. LA says, uh-oh, I think I know where LA is going with his prediction today. So, the Browns are going to have to protect Baker Mayfield, as Brandy has said earlier through her comments, through her analysis of the game. Brandy is our watch party offensive coordinator. If you haven't been through our watch party, if you don't know who she is, if you watch today, she tries to radio into the headset. Sometimes she doesn't get through. I don't know what her technology is, why they block her out, but she tries to get through to the headsets. But she made great points about our line, and they will be tested today, especially Jedrick Willis Jr., our rookie, our standout rookie, our first-round pick, will be tested today by T.J. Watt and Bud Dupree, who are no slouches. If you've never heard of them, you will hear about them today. They will test this young man, and that lightweight scares me because we already have a quarterback with ouchie ribs. We have a quarterback when in the pocket, he tap danced like Gregory Hines. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. I took your catchphrase and I'm running with it. Oh, well, too bad. Tap dances like Gregory Hines in the pocket. He gets happy feet like he is dancing on hot coals with no shoes. Yes, I said it. That's how much he tap dances when there's pressure, and sometimes when there's no pressure, he tap dances. TJ Watt and Bud Dupree may give us fits. Hopefully, Willis Jr. is up to Wills. I say his name wrong all the time. Anyways, Jedrick will be up to the task to stop them too. TJ Watt has 4.5 sacks in 4 games, and guess what? He's already had a bye week. He is on fire, and Bud Dupree is right behind him with 3 sacks and 10 quarterback hits. They're going to come at Baker Mayfield today. Book it, stamp it, notarize it. You can get one of them Bell stamps, when we used to mail stuff back in the day, but now everything is nothing. We don't even mail anything. Go buy one of those, put it on an envelope, and mail it to your closest friend. Mail it to your pen pal, because they are coming after Baker today. And don't forget about Cameron Hayward and Stephon Truitt. They can get to the quarterback too. This defensive pass rush scares me to death today. To death. Our line has held up. They have kept Baker clean for the most part. But Pittsburgh is going to blitz, blitz, blitz. That's why I believe we got to run the ball, screen the ball, quick throw the ball, play action, pass the ball. That's right, a lot with the ball. Roll him out, get him out of the pocket, stay out of 3rd and long. Please, Lord, baby Jesus. Stay out of 3rd and long when they can just blitz, 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 woo, and blitz some more. Barb says, I'm in Florida missing home, and Corey delivers. Thank you. I believe our Browns O-line, says Lydell. Taz X64 says, if you ain't heard of TJ Watt, you better call somebody with Steeler colors so we know who he is rooting for. And he said he is going to call somebody. Brandon says, I want the Browns to establish pressure in the middle of the line today and open the edge. Reginald says, agree, Brandy, got to coach them up, buy low, make them viable. Mike says, terrible towel will be used for toilet paper. There's a shortage. Miles got to get nasty. Eric says it's time to beat Big Ben. Barb says, welcome, Jamal. You're going to love Corey. He's awesome. Welcome, Jamal. If I didn't see you in the comments, welcome. Thank you, my guy, for joining.
Dog check.
D says Vegas Browns Nation's team. Brandon says drafting linemen that play multiple spots is imperative these days. Browns fan says dog check.
Dog check.
Limited saying, he says, as for Steelers, I don't know if they have a good team. They only play against bad teams. The only good team they should have played got pushed back due to COVID. And I believe that was Tennessee. Becky says, how do you think our... And I lost her comment. Good job. Good job, Corey. Good job. How do you think... I still missed it. Sorry, Becky. It was something about the secondary. I lost your comment because comments keep coming through. It was something about the secondary. I think our secondary's in trouble. If that's what you were asking about this game, I think they're in a heap of trouble. A heap of trouble today. Chase Claypool, not Carpool, Claypool, Pool Clay, not Deadpool. Chase Claypool, Schuster, all their receivers scare me to death today. I think our secondary may be in some trouble. I think it's on our front line, our front 4. Myles Garrett, Olivier Vernon, Sheldon Richardson, Ojanobi have to get to Big Ben. I think our secondary is in trouble. We have Denzel Ward. I understand it. Terrence Mitchell, good job. That's nice, but you have number 23. And we have been through this before. Number 23. That's all I'm going to say. And you know what happens. Robert says O-line got to be a monster today. Robert, no, Teller is not playing. He is out. Hubbard is in his place. Chris says Browns offensive O-line must be at its best today. Chris Gurgley, Spartanburg, South Carolina, go Browns. Dearness Johnson playing good, says Aaron. Anyone know if Teller's playing, Robert? No, he is not playing. Teller is out. Hubbard in his place. They scare me to death. Their receivers, our secondary, gives up big plays. 23 being the most Colbert. Calvin says they better be scared of us because Big Ben won't be able to throw to them guys. That is the key. Our front 4 has to get to him, rush him, bring him to the ground. Myles Garrett has to make him eat dirt like it's chewing gum. Make him chew the dirt off of Heinz Field. That's what they have to do. Myles Garrett just needs to get pressure all day to force bad throws. It doesn't have to be a sack like Shoot the Trill just pointed out. Hurry. Make him have happy feet. QB hits is very big in the stat sheet. If you have 2 sacks and 10 QB hits in one game, most likely you'll win that game because the QB is tired of getting hit. If you get hit 10 times by Myles Garrett, you're not going to feel good after the game. You're going to get tired of getting hit and you're just going to throw it. I would just throw it to the stands. I am tired of getting hit by that man. Hit him. I've been pleasantly surprised by LBs the last few games, says Mr. Dark. Anthony says Myles Garrett going to keep the streak alive. Chad says, and Baker has to have a good game and get that running game going. Brandon says Big Ben's feet are far from happy. They have to make him happy. They're not happy. Make them happy. Big Ben's feet are sad. We want to make them happy like Baker's get. We want them to have a nice, happy day. Right now, his feet are sad and planted. We want to make them happy. That's the goal. Green says cover sacks. Ben can't run. Browns fan says, Steelers fan, play a real team. You are pounding your chest on teams with losing records, combined 3-15-1, which we pointed out earlier. Once again, thank you everybody who is watching, commenting, subscribed, liked, shared. We will be back at 1 o'clock for the live watch party. If you haven't already, turn on those notifications if you're not subscribed already. If you want to donate to the cause, you can as well. It helps out the page. Greatly appreciated. And hey, we're going to have some fun at the watch party. But hey, let me know who your big dog of the game is. Get those in the comment section as well. Who's your big dog of the game? Eric says, all right, Corey, I'm at the Browns party. See you at halftime. Go Browns. Thank you, Eric. Brandy says, do not underestimate the receivers blocking assignments today. I agree with that. Miles is my big dog, says Robert. Robert says, we can say that we are scared of their pass rush, but Steelers fans are feeling the same about us. Count on it. Good point, Robert. Good point. Shoot the Trill says, Myles Garrett and Kareem Hunt are my big dogs. Limited Sandy says, big dog will be Hunt. Put money on it. Choppa, my guy, what's up? How you doing? I've been practicing my trash talking for years, praying for a season like this. If we win, my cousin from Pittsburgh will never hear the end of it. Dog pound. My guy, Choppa, how you doing? Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Camden says Odell is mine. Castano and Pouncey playing, says Becky. Camden says Juice. Shaka says big dog are offense and defense of lines. Landry says Mr. Dark. Limited Sandy says Steelers blitz a lot. Best way to beat a blitz is a ton of right into them. Hunt will have a huge game. You gotta throw some screens. We don't throw many screens. We got to screen to make them think about blitzing, run the ball, because they're going to come at Baker today. And he's not 100%. They are going to send the heat. Feels like a holiday in the land. Cleveland only has a little puppy, says Taz. He is definitely a Steelers fan. He is wearing his towel. He has the towel around his head with the hat, the Steelers shoulder pads, the eye black. He is all in for his team today. Don't forget about Hollywood Higgins, says Robert. Becky says, do you know if Pouncey and Costanzo is playing today? That I'm not sure. Don't know. Knowing our luck, they are. Bring them on if they are. Chad says, yes, we do. Camden says, he's not liking Taz. 23 must show up, says Mike. Calvin says, TJ will have low wattage today. Oh, I like the play. Anthony says, don't screw up Baker or you finna get traded. It's starting already. He hasn't even stepped on the field. Shaka says, right, screen, slow down that great rush, great point. Roll on the floor, says Taz. I think that's what that means. All right, so my big dog of the game is Kareem the Dream Hunt. If you haven't been to the watch party, that is his new name, Kareem the Dream Hunt. Listen, we have controlled time of possession in our wins. Dallas wasn't on the field till the fourth quarter. The Colts wasn't on the field last game because we have controlled the time of possession, running the football, the running game. He has stepped up big for Nick Chubb. He's good in the passing game. We have 2 all-pro running backs, and one right now is hibernating, getting ready to eat once he comes back. Kareem Hunt, to me, just me, my opinion. How much does my opinion matter? Who knows? But to win this ball game, it's not on Baker. Of course, we know Baker has to have a good game. We know it. If he doesn't, we lose. We get that point. But Kareem Hunt has to stand out to me to win this game. Pick up blocks, run hard, run well, catch out of the backfield, keep the ball in our offense's hands, time of possession to keep Pittsburgh off the field. How do you stop a passing offense against a secondary that's keep them off the field. To me, that's the key. Time of possession. Kareem the Dream Hunt getting in the end zone, celebrating. He knows it's a big game. Myles Garrett knows it's a big game. I know they're going to talk about it on the CBS broadcast. They're going to talk about Myles Garrett and swinging Thor's hammer at Mason Rudolph probably 2,648 times. You guys can let me know when we're at the watch party how many times they bring it up. I don't know. But Kareem Hunt, to me, big dog of the game. To me, he goes over 100 yards rushing, and he has one receiving touchdown. And the Browns' big dog of the game is Kareem Hunt. Who's your big dog? Get it in the comment section below if you haven't already. I got Kareem Hunt. Shane wants a dog check. Let me get back to it. Let me find the dog check.
Dog check!
Robert says, my big dog is Sheldon Richardson. Miles will get doubled and triple team, leaving the door open for Sheldon to feast. I like that big dog. Anthony says, what about Yell to the Moon? Yell to the Moon Johnson. So y'all remembering all my nicknames. I like it. I like it. Hopefully Yell to the Moon Johnson can have a game too, but I'm going with Kareem the Dream Hunt. Yell to the Moon Johnson. Brandon says, use Johnson in the backfield. Hunt in the game at certain times is too predictable. Becky says, we need QB under center. That is like having the coach there. Chad says, I say big dog is Baker and Hunt. Becky says, I want Keenum to play. They say Keenum knows Stefanski's offense like the back of his hand. I don't want Keenum to play because that either means Baker is playing terribly and he gets yanked. We don't want that. Or they crush his ribs and he gets hurt. And I don't want either of that to happen. I understand Case Keenum knows his offense, but I don't want Baker to get benched, and I don't want Baker to get hurt. I just want Baker to play well, and we win. And Robert said, I think Rudolph flips out and runs. I think he flips out and runs onto the field and attacks Myles Garrett. That's a funny one. Okay, on to my prediction. Aaron says his son says OBJ, and Aaron says his is Garrett for big dog, and unfortunately I feel a loss today, says Jorge. 4-2 is not bad. On to my prediction. Here we go. Listen, you've only got one wrong. I usually stick with my brain instead of my heart. Now, I'm nervous because all the injuries we have, our defense, our defensive backfield, and number 23 just has me nervous to death. My brain tells me Steelers. My heart tells me Browns. We are 4-1. Something's telling me go with your heart. 5-1. Don't listen to your brain. Do you want Hefty back out here if the Browns prove you wrong? But then something reminded me something. No way on this earth can I pick Pittsburgh in anything. Not horseshoes, not football, not bowling, not basketball, not fishing, not ice skating, not ice capades, not nothing. Track and field, pick a sport, name a sport, horse racing, I don't care. I can't pick Pittsburgh. My heart won't let me. This is why I'm not professional. I am still a fan doing what fans do. I'm going with the Browns. I'm going down with the ship. The Browns win this ball game. Please prove me right, Aunt May. Who is this, Spider-Man? No, it's Cleveland. Cleveland Browns win 28-23 in a close game. You're telling me you're going to hold them to 23? Yes. 28-23. Browns win. Please, Lord, sweet baby Jesus, let me be right. Browns better get them field goals today, says Brandy. 31-27 says Mr. Dark KC. We going with the heart, says Calvin. Yes, we are. Don't give up the ship. 42-12 says Max. Oh, boy. Here we go. Robert says Pittsburgh is number 1 in croquet. Heather says, yes, sir. Pitt will not win. Calm down, man. Take some laxatives. I can't calm down. I got to keep rolling. But here we go. Anthony says, amen, Corey. The dog pound is too hot. We got this today. Garrett and Tomlin talk during pregame. That's good. I will see you guys at 1 o'clock. If not, Brandy said, my mind's telling me no. Well, that note was terrible. But at the end of the day, here we go. I will see you guys at 1 o'clock if you're at the watch party. If not, I'll see you next week. Until next time. Peace.